NewsNation's Hannah Brandt joins us live. So, Hannah, a thrilling finish to what has really been an exciting tournament over the past month.
Nichole, it absolutely has a lot of huge moments, right? And we're seeing the Trump administration now really tout this, too, as a major victory. Maybe not in the sports sense for the United States. Of course, the U.S. team did not make it to the final, but in a more holistic sense as the hosts of the World Cup. President Trump, of course, was there yesterday at that final match. He was on stage with FIFA President Gianni Infantino when they presented Spain with that winner's trophy. There was gold confetti. There were tens of thousands of cheering fans in the stadium. And so this was really just a big moment, kind of the crowning moment of this World Cup, which has spanned the last few weeks. And the president, just after the final, also took a moment to kind of soak in the international positive energy that was generated by this tournament. Take a listen to his reflections on that.
There's never been anything like it, probably in terms of an event, let alone soccer or football, whatever you want to call it. But I thought it was incredible. It was 4 times greater than any FIFA ever held. And it's probably about 5 times, actually, they're telling me today. But this was one of the greatest events.
This was the biggest World Cup in history. It was a record-setting event with more than 6.8 million people attending those 104 matches across the U.S., Mexico, and Canada. Over 5 billion people watched from around the globe on TV, with 1.8 billion tuning in for that final game alone. And, of course, they brought tons of international visitors streaming right in here to the U.S., and they flooded social media with not only talk about these games, but also with their experiences enjoying U.S. culture, right? Many of us saw those funny stories they shared online about things like discovering ranch dressing and Costco, maybe Buc-ee's. And we all remember the Scottish fans, of course, drinking those bars dry in Boston. So altogether, this really was a chance for people from all over the world to appreciate some uniquely American treats and traditions. And so the sense is that it generated a lot of goodwill for the U.S. from the international community. And President Trump has already started the lobbying for a round 2, saying in a pregame final interview on Fox Sports that he wants the U.S. to put in another bid to host these World Cup games in the future, Nichole.
I think there's a lot of Americans who would appreciate that. So, Hannah, fan safety was, of course, a major focus. How's the administration feeling about that aspect?
Well, they believe safety and security was a massive success for these World Cup games as well. And FBI Director Kash Patel put it into kind of Americanized terms. He said this was the equivalent of 78 Super Bowls across 38 days. And he says they were able to pull it off without a single major security incident. Patel specifically crediting the work of the White House FIFA task force, which was, of course, launched over a year ago. And he talked about the coordination between federal and local law enforcement on this. This included assets like FBI and DHS, and noted the FBI created a joint ops center so they could collect intelligence and coordinate all of these police responses. This was a massive effort here. And for the first time ever, it included creating a counter-UAS drone school to essentially train local law enforcement on how to respond to drone threats. That specifically, Patel said, came in handy. The FBI seized over 700 drones near FIFA airspace during the World Cup. Altogether, Patel calling this the safest and most secure World Cup in history, Nichole.
All right, Hannah Brandt live with the latest. Thank you. Well, up next.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.